Robert talks news, fashion, inspiration, people. Robert talks.
Uma produção da GRT Broadcast em parceria com a Flyby Agência Digital. Hello there, I'm George Roberts, and every week I talk to people around the world who inspire and make a difference in many ways. Today my guest is an artist. He has been painting for most of his life and he loves what he does. His work is an expression of how he feels and tells a lot about his personality. He's a very successful man, and today, let's know more about the personal and professional life of Jim Beuks. Stay tuned.
Robert talks.
Hello, everyone. It is my pleasure to have here with us today this artist, this amazing artist, to tell us about his life history. We're talking to Jim Beuks. Jim, thank you very much for coming to our studio and to let us know more about your beautiful life history. Thank you so much.
Hi, George. Well, it's my pleasure that I'm in your show, of course. It's a privilege.
Thank you, thank you. Oh my God. This show actually, this show, guys, let me tell you. We've been like talking about it. Our agenda never, unfortunately, the time for him and for me was never like good, but today is the right day, and it is my honor to have him here, and you will know almost everything about him because to know more than that, you guys have to follow him in his social network. It is right there on your screen, and you can go there, on Instagram and get to know more about everything he does. Jim, tell us about your childhood. How was your childhood? Let's start. Let's go back to the past.
Well, I was born in Amsterdam in 1960, and I was the only child in the family. My parents were, victim of the Second World War. They carried this burden, and I felt this really, really hard to listen to their stories. And for me, painting was a kind of escape. I started to paint and to draw when I was 8 years old. I'm coming from an artistic, creative family, and or you were going to play an instrument or you were going to paint, and I started to paint. So, it was what I said, it was a kind of escape, and I first thought I'm going to make only happy moments in my paintings. But later I thought I have to tell a message, and it can't be only a happy moment. So I have to tell also some other things which are happening. So I started, for example, to paint a heart, and it took me a year to finish it. And suddenly I knew how to finish this heart. I let it bleed regarding the present situation, what is going on now. So I started to change in my paintings to tell a story, a message. I think as an artist, you have to tell stories, and it's a kind of necessity.
Yeah, that's awesome. About it is everything in life is about like telling stories, and you find yourself like painting, and where like everywhere you go, you know that people admire and people really appreciate like to see like your beautiful art. But when did you start learning painting? Talking about more technician, like more being a more like in a technical way of painting. How did you really feel inspired to start learning? How was the beginning for you?
Well, I have a lady friend, and she's a painter too. And she asked me if I would like to join her to take lessons. And she found a Dutch painter here in Amsterdam called Johan Suttorp. And we started there. And I was taught in the traditional way first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, what would I really like to do? What is my kind of painting I really like to make? Is it portraits? And I thought, no, I would like to do something else. So I started to discover all kinds of painting and abstract. And I feel like I have to discover all kinds of elements of painting. It's not only this or that. I would like to be challenged, and I would like to have all kind of things which will surprise me, and I would like to learn as well. So every time I try to do something else, and it's not only painting but also like shows, exhibitions, interviews, workshops. I like to be challenged.
Talking about challenges, okay? Tell us more about the influences in art. Any painter you admired already in that at that age?
Yeah, when I was very young, I saw paintings by Juan Miro, and I
Mm-hmm.
talked to my father. Said I would like to buy one of his paintings, and he said, "Well, I prefer you to buy some furniture instead of a painting. I think that would be better." So I didn't buy it, unfortunately. I wish I had. It would have been a fortune now, but still like this man very much. And I also can be inspired by Van Gogh, Vincent van Gogh. Here in Amsterdam, there's a huge museum, and I made one of the paintings inspired by him, Starry Night, and it's now at the moment exhibited, I think, in Cologne or Mainz, one of two of those cities in Germany. And I can also be inspired by people, nature, stories, other paintings, museums. I make many travels, and I'm always curious. I always like to see something else. And when I feel it, I'm going to paint it.
What inspires you the most?
I think now statements, statements. Um, like what is going on in the political way now. I
Mhm.
can't keep my mouth shut anymore. And then I try to translate it into my art. Um, Sustainability, for example. I have many things in my paintings which I'm reusing. For example, here, it's a heart. It's made out of one of my trousers and one of my jeans. You see here the zipper.
Yes.
Put it here a bit. Here's the zipper. Here's the label and a button. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's wise, or yeah, it's good to reuse things at the moment to show we don't throw everything away. We could reuse things. So that's what I try to do here. And this painting was showed in Paris. I painted especially this here. This is gold. And I thought this is a very nice painting for Paris, for the exhibition I did there. So I took it there.
We know that is lots of the things involved when we are when you are painting. It is like we're talking about emotions, moment. We're talking about like the construction of everything takes a while to be perfect because it's not easy to bring something to people, you know, and not thinking if they're gonna like it or not. I know how hard it is, but tell us about how was for you your first exhibit that was in Netherlands. How was your first experience?
Well, it was in Bussum in the Netherlands. First, I was at a fair and I met the owner of an art gallery. And we talked, and I showed her my art, and she became very enthusiastic. And she offered me to exhibit in her shop for 1 month. And really, I brought the paintings, and before they were hanging on the wall, one was already sold. So I was really like, whoa, this is my first exhibition. What is going on? And for her, it was a surprise because it was for her the first time she sold one painting to the United States.
Wow.
It was it's a well-known person in the United States. I'm not sure if I can mention his name, so I will not do that. But I was really surprised what was going on, and it was, yeah, I was so excited to see this, what was happening, and yes, it made me only more enthusiastic.
That's nice. You had a chance to travel many different countries to show your art. You've been like everywhere. Which country did you feel the most connected to?
Um, I feel very connected to Thailand,
Why?
and people are very friendly,
Mhm.
very respectful. I feel very much at home. I love the temperature, the food. Um, and I painted there with a Swiss painter, and he showed me his paintings, and he said, "What do you think about it?" And I said, "Well, it's nice, but according to me, it's not like wow." I said, "Do you mind if I cut two of your paintings, and then we make one painting of it?" And he said, "No, go ahead." And I said, "Well, we can do it together. It would be nice to collaborate together and make this painting, the two of us." And that's what we did. And he made a Buddha, and it's in the painting. And for me, it was very much important, or it was very important to make one painting out of two paintings. So I made the connection between the paintings, and it has been exhibited there also on Koh Samui in two galleries and a hotel, I think. So that was also very successful.
Talking about like somebody else, you and another person sharing the same moment and try to deliver a message. How hard it is for you work with somebody else, or it is hard for you to work with somebody else, or you prefer to have your moment to, quiet moment uh, to get ready like your babies, like, because each time that you have to bring something new to the screen, it is about a statement. There, when you guys were working together, was something easy to do, or you prefer to have your moment to yourself? I think that's the best way to get what I what I need to question.
Well, George, you can't compare it, I think. Sometimes it's nice to be on your own,
Mhm.
and especially when you have to focus and to make something very special. But it's also nice to talk about art with somebody else and to be influenced and to get input by somebody with other ideas. I mean, every time you learn from the situation. So I think you can't compare, but I do like both. I really like both. It's sometimes I lock myself at the workshop for a month when I have to finish a deadline. But if I have time enough, yeah, then also I can take time in between and talk about it, and I show to others. And at the workshop, I work together with two other painters,
Mhm.
and we discuss things. Also, what do you think? And then I also give my opinion about their work, and that's nice because, yeah, I would like to make something really good, and I'm not taking it for granted, sometimes it takes weeks or months to finish a painting because I'm not satisfied with it, and I'm very much into detail. That's me. I like details very much, so I'm really into it.
In your life, was art always the career you pursued, or were there any other career, any other opportunity that you could explore?
I didn't expect it would be this big and this experience. I didn't know. It becomes bigger and bigger, and no, my education is hotel management, and I always have been very creative.
Mhm.
I worked also for an insurance company, and from sales to marketing to communication, and also my creativity I used. And now I fly the world. I fly around the world, and I see many things. And to me, the circle is round now. I use every thing I did in the past. All the experience are coming now into this, yeah, painting. It's not only painting, but you have to do promotion to show yourself, press releases, press meetings, incentives, workshops. It comes all together. But again, I didn't expect it would be that big and this way. And I'm very privileged, and I'm also very happy that I'm able to do it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Fantastic. And we see that like you love what you do. You know, so many times like we've been like talking, and the way you express like yourself in your and it's all about working and how privileged, how honored you feel yourself to bring something like very nice to the screens, and people love it. How do you feel art impacts people's lives?
I think it connects. Art can make you very happy. I think it's a necessity.
Mhm.
It should be promoted, and it's proven that it makes people more positive. It can help people with depression. So I think you should go to museums, and you should go to galleries, and to be in contact with art, and just let it happen. What will it do to you? What I always do for myself, for example, I always make a plan in advance. Then I start. But the painting dictates itself, and it comes from my heart. And that's
Mhm.
also the same when people go to museums, are connected to art. Let your heart speak. What will it do to you? You don't have to think about it. Just let it go.
When you are creating, do you have like a quiet moment, or you need some music, you need it loud? How it is for you? What's this moment? How is this moment for you? The create.
It's always very different. Sometimes with music, and sometimes I need to be all by myself without any disturbance from the outside. So it's always different. But when I'm painting, I'm in myself. I'm in my own bubble, and I can concentrate very well. It's a kind of meditation as well. It's a healing process for yourself too. You get so much satisfaction about it, so it makes you happy too. And especially when other people are looking at my art, and I can see them smiling, or it makes them happy, that's the extra bonus.
How long does it take to you to finalize like your creation? When you have something new, how long does it take you to do that?
Yeah, it depends on the size, and also the way I'm thinking to do it. Because when I use oil paint, it takes a long time to dry. So then yeah, it can take a long time. And do I have the inspiration? Most of the times I have. But what I said, the big heart, which is size, I'm not sure in American inches, but it's 1 by 140 centimeter. I couldn't finish it. It took me a year, and then suddenly I felt it. I knew it. What I said before, the heart had to bleed. So then it takes a long time, but I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a rush. I mean, I made one painting before, and a client asked me if I could make a painting of 9/11 in my opinion and in my way of painting, and it was so difficult. It felt also like a burden. I made it and he was very happy, but I thought after this project I'm not going to do it again because it's not from my heart.
Gotcha.
It was really a commercial request, so and I did it for him, but not again.
Very good. With all the experience that you have today, when you look back on all the way to the past, like years and years working to have your name, to settle your name, and to be like well known by what you do. How do you see yourself in from now to 5 years? In 5, how do you see yourself?
5 years older, I think. Yeah, you know, I didn't expect, as I told you, it would be this big. So I don't know, but my plan is to be in museums and to exhibit it more and more and to follow my heart also in this. In September, there will be a huge project and something I'm not going to tell about what exactly, but it's also something new I'm into. And let's see what's coming out of that. So you introduce something and before you know, there's coming something else out of it. Sorry for the people outside, they become very enthusiastic, I think, now.
That's okay. That's okay. So it happens.
Yeah.
That's the
But
moment.
it's beautiful, and the boats are here in front of the house, so that's why. So I hope for museums. That's what I'm focusing on now, and I hope for some shows, which I did already 3 before, and there will be a big one in September. But how and what, I hope to tell you that in another stage.
Very good. Do you want to know more about Jim Beuks? On your screen, we have his social network. Please go ahead, follow him. We're going to have like a short break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. I'll see you very soon. Jim and I, we'll be right back.
Robert's Thoughts.
Tem dificuldade em dar conta das demandas do seu negócio e ainda ter que cuidar do design e comunicação? Na Flyby Agência Digital, a equipe atende os seus desafios, cuida do seu design, conteúdo digital e do seu website, para que você foque no que realmente importa. Conte com um parceiro que se molda às necessidades do seu negócio, ajudando a você transformar sua presença digital em forma profissional e transparente. Vamos cuidar do seu digital? Fale com a Flyby.
Bem-vindos à barbearia do Carioca. Nosso ambiente aconchegante garante uma experiência agradável e descontraída. Cortes de cabelo a partir de R$ 45 e cabelo mais barba por apenas R$ 80. E também oferecemos vários serviços para ajudá-lo a encontrar o estilo que melhor se adapta a você. Venha nos visitar e experimente nossos serviços excepcionais a preços acessíveis. Você merece essa experiência.
Got a leaky faucet, clogged gutter, or damaged roof? Sometimes you just can't fix it yourself. Or hire a husband for a day handyman services tackle all your home problems. For over 15 years, We've been helping homeowners across New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut with quality repairs you can trust. Call us and say you found this ad and get 15% off all services. Call G&L Construction Pros today.
Robert's thoughts.
We are back from our break, and today I have here with us Jim Beuks, straight from Netherlands, telling us more about his life experience and also about his professional life as a painter and all the job he's been doing. He's a very successful man. He's been traveling like around the world and showing everybody what it takes to bring it to beautiful screens, the art of painting. Jim, who do you feel influenced you the most in your life and how?
Wow. I think many people influence me, but I think especially my parents. They meant a lot to me. Not always in a very positive way, but they meant a lot to me. They brought me up, and here I am now, and I'm the man who was made by them, and also my friends and my experiences. So saying one person is very difficult. I think many people influence me, but the basis are my parents.
Very nice. When you told your parents, like very young, that what you want for your life, being a painter, being an artist, what was the advice your parents gave to you in terms of choosing a better career, or they fully supported in the career that you do? Because to be successful, we really have to love what we do. And sometimes our parents, like, they don't agree very, with me. It was like that, like mine, they didn't agree with what I want to my life, and they wanted me to be like a doctor, a lawyer, and I decided to be a journalist. How was that for you?
Well, first I told you I did hotel management school, and I started to work for, may I may I tell you, the Intercontinental Hotel chain. And I became very successful. It was very hard, it's very fast. I made a career very fast, but then I was sacked, and somebody came into the hotel, and I couldn't work with him, and well, my whole career collapsed. So I had to change. And then I started to work for the insurance company, and I always painted, not like a professional painter, but I always painted. And when I was depressed, I painted a very dark blue or nearly black painting. And when I was happy, it was very colorful. So I always painted beneath my career. And well, I'm brought up as I have to be successful, you have to be an example for people. And so that's what I always tried. And that's why I also think now I have to perform, I have to be good, and it's still there, that feeling. But suddenly I thought I'm going to follow my heart, what I really, really like, and that was painting. So I discovered many things, and that's why it became more and more and bigger, and I wanted to be better and better. But first, there was no career as a painter. It came later.
Talking about like all the inspirations that you're telling us, and how being a painter like impact you like so much, how you started and everything, what advice would you give it to new artists beginning their careers?
For me, it's always important to make a plan, and that's what I would say also to them. Make a plan first, but let your heart speak. Follow your heart. And like me also, I have to paint. I can't stop. I have to do it. So let your heart speak, and do it, try it, and explore. Let's see what's going to happen. You never can make mistakes. You can make the most beautiful thing out of mistakes. So don't be shy and try, explore.
So you were born in Amsterdam, Netherlands. You could have chosen like so many different countries to live. And what do you feel unique of living in Netherlands?
Well, I live in Amsterdam, which is an island in the country, I would say. I love the culture very much. It's a liberal city. There's so much to see. And there are so many people from other countries here. For ages, people came over here. So it's very mixed. And I think we can learn so much from each other. And that's why I'm very fortunate to be here. And that's what I always I'm always so happy to come back here to Amsterdam. I always feel home and I feel like I can be myself, which is so important.
That's very nice. And you see that like how, you know, we can see like through here, like you shine when you talk about your job, things that you love doing, your inspirations. That's very nice. Imagine that that moment we have so many from so many different countries, artists like they're starting and they have questions in their mind like, well, should I keep it going? Will I be successful in this? And you are the proof that like anything is possible as long as you do from your heart. What takes from the heart, you will succeed. It's amazing. It's
And,
amazing.
and you know, George, I'm curious. That helps too. Always curious for new adventures and new things to explore. That helps enormous.
Mhm. Very good. So we're gonna go for a part of our show that it means like the purpose. In Portuguese would be bate-bola, you know, the purpose. I'll give you a word and you give back to me whatever comes to your mind. Let's see. Challenge,
Go for it.
beauty,
From the inside, more important than the outside.
hope,
It makes you alive and keeps you alive.
value,
Value a living.
okay, inspiration,
People.
people,
The
art,
talks, the way to exchange thoughts that helps enormous.
very good, art,
Happiness.
work,
Sometimes it's a necessity.
joy,
Try to enjoy life as best as possible.
country,
Netherlands, I would say.
dreams.
And hopes for the future. Always dream. Keep on dreaming.
That's nice. Keep on dreaming. That's what it is. Color,
Sorry?
color,
A color. All the colors. There's no one which I like more. I need all the colors for my paintings. So I can't say I like this or that. I like them all.
book,
Call me by my name.
style,
As long as it's styled. For me, it's important to show something which I really am. So I always think what I'm going to wear for which occasion.
very good. How do you define yourself?
I think I'm trustful. I hope to have humor. Um, I like to focus on the long term, so I always make plans. It means also that I don't want to happen something which I don't expect, but if something expect uncertain, I know how to handle most of the times.
Very nice. How would you like to be remembered?
As somebody you can come to, and I can listen to you, and I'd like to help, mentally especially. There are several people, also younger, but also from my age, they like to talk about things which are happening to them. Could be everything. And then I try to help them and to be supportive. And also would like to be remembered as one who connects. A few weeks ago, there were here friends having dinner, one from Saudi Arabia, one from Israel, one from China, and some from the Netherlands. And it made me so happy. I thought, this is possible. So many different nationalities can sit at the same table, and there is respect, and we listen to each other. It's not black and white, but there's also something in between.
What's next? Tell us about like the next project.
Oh, the next project. Yeah, several projects are coming. What I said, I always make a plan. So when I was on vacation, I made several plans, and now it's coming. So in June, I will be exhibiting in the Netherlands, in Oude Water, at the gallery, the Drie Koningen, the Three Kings. I'm very excited about it. It will be for 2 months. So I'm looking for that. And yeah, I said also in September there will be a huge project. And in between there are things going on, like also an art guidebook is coming now. And I'm very enthusiastic about it. I feel very honored because I'm not sure if you know the Rijksmuseum Amsterdam, where the Nachtwacht, the night watch from Rembrandt is hanging. There is coming a book from with artists, and on the right page you see my art, and on the left page you see the art from the Rijksmuseum. So my art is compared to the art of the Rijksmuseum, and I feel very honored and privileged.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. For sure, it is you are an inspiration. And you know how much I admire you. I've told you before that, that's something there that's like I feel really connected to you. And I know that's like I live in USA and you live in Amsterdam, but I admire so much, I go online and I take a look of things that you've been doing, and we have like so much to learn from you. You inspire me, and for sure, you inspire lots of people, not just your friends, but people who really loves what you do, people who are connected to your art. Thank you so much for everything you do, and I know that you invest your time, emotions. It is like tons of things that you have to put together to deliver like this amazing job that when we see we feel like more inspired. Thank you, congratulations. And what else I can tell you? That I want to see you growing, growing, and growing much more. I want to see you in Brazil, other countries in South America. I want South America to get to know more about you. And I want to see you having your things, in not just in Europe, but in the museums in US, in the museums in South America, because you are really talented, and it is amazing to have you as a friend and tell people, what you do. Congratulations, my friend.
De nada, and obrigado for your kind words, George. And when we are in contact, we always share thoughts and feelings we have, and that's a kind of friendship I think we have. It's always nice to be on the same level with somebody else, and you can share thoughts. Yeah, I hope to be in other countries, and I think it's important to show or to share thoughts with other people in other countries as well, and to support. There are some countries where it's very difficult to live, and I like to come there and to talk to people and to support them. I was also for a show in Gambia, I can tell you, and there was somebody who was so muscled and he looked so good to me, and I was talking to him, but he said, I'm skinny because I don't have food. And I was really shocked. I know it, but when you talk to somebody, when you see the person, then it's really different. When you hear some stories out of people's mouth, it's really different. So yeah, I gave him money, of course, and I went to the shop, so I was sure that he was buying food. And he said, I'm going to buy some food, but also I will keep a thing or some things for tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, so then you take this story with you, and then you feel fortunate. And I try to translate it again into my art, into my paintings. And so that's why I said people from abroad can inspire me. Those kind of meetings inspire me.
Thank you so much. You are an inspiration. So, for everybody who is watching us now at this moment, have there in your screen, you can follow Jim. Okay, you have like Jim Beuks art right there on the screen that you can go to his Instagram and also Google his name and comes like all the art that and then you can connect more to him. Jim, thank you so much. We're gonna be finishing now our program here, our show finished here, but it is my honor to show my our public and everybody the amazing history, life history that you have. Thank you so much and congratulations.
It was my pleasure, George. I really enjoyed it. And thank you very much again for the invitation. And good luck with your interviews and shows, huh?
Thank you so very much. And everybody's there. Thank you so much for being with us. And for sure, we see each other very soon. Take care. Be kind.
Bye bye. Ciao.
Robert Stocks. George Robert Stocks.